Balloon Beats. Balloon Beats.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Unhinged Live. As usual, I'm your host, Patrick Hennessy, for the Yankees pregame today. We got the finale in Boston. Garrett Cole's on the mound. Coming off 2 straight losses, not ideal. Not an ideal situation for the Yankees. But hopefully they could salvage it today in the final game of the set with Cole on the mound, like I mentioned previously. It is a day game. We got hashtag day game Pat in the chat. Appreciate everybody for stopping by. Let's take attendance/roll call. You guys know the deal. We got Lori, Jesus, Stevie, Jesse Dominguez, I see Jacob, Damian, who else? We got KG Baseball, Diego, Devin, Chris. Appreciate everybody for stopping by. I know the day pregame's not that fun, but like here we are, grinding it out. Let's take a look at the lineup for today. Honestly, not too good, but not too bad either at the same time. You got DJ leading it off at second. You got Judge in center, Voit batting third at first, because Gary is not in the lineup today. And then you got Stanton cleaning up. Gio in the 5-hole, Glaber 6, Andujar 7 playing left, Frazier 8 playing right, and then Higgy catching in the 9-hole. So keep in mind, once again, Gary Sanchez is not catching for Garrett Cole. I kind of told you guys this, right, going into the series. I was like, do not be shocked when Gary Sanchez isn't starting on Sunday, because 1, it's a day game after a night game, and 2, Garrett Cole's on the mound. I'm really going to be shocked if we see Gary Sanchez catch Garrett Cole at any point on a consistent basis this season. It's just really not happening. And as Lori said, Gary Sanchez will probably pinch hit later on in the game. You could almost guarantee that's going to happen. But Cole's on the mound, so I think, listen, it's kind of concerning that Garrett Cole has kind of like become the only pitcher in the Yankees rotation that we trust, right? I don't trust anyone else in the Yankees rotation the same way I trust Garrett Cole. It's so aggravating. But let's flip the script here. Let's go back to the usual page. Chat, any questions, comments, concerns, throw them in the chat. I'll be relying on you guys heavily today. Usually I got like either Brian or Sean to kind of like carry me for these weekend, day game, pre-games, whatever you want to call them. We don't have that today. We got solo Pat. So let's rock with it. Let me pull up Garrett Cole's most recent numbers. I'm pretty sure he did pretty good in his last couple starts. Let me see if I can pull those up. So in Cole's last start, it was against who? Cole's last start was against the Royals on the 22nd. He went 7 innings, 2 earned runs. That's kind of been like the story of Cole's last few starts, honestly. He's given up 2 runs in his last 3 starts. And then the start before that was the clunker against Tampa Bay, where he gave up 5 runs. But in each of his last 3 starts, he's given up 2 earned runs, gone about 6 to 8 innings. I mean, listen, if we could get that kind of performance out of Cole, I'll be happy. But I think it just matters how good the offense is today. And it's the same story with the Yankees all the time, right? You kind of assume that the pitching is going to keep them in the game, but then the bats can't hit anyway, so then what does it matter? Am I wrong? Yankee Fan for Life says, you sound sad, everything okay. I don't think you guys realize that, like, morning Pat isn't locked in like late night Pat. I'm just not. But let's see. J Dupe says front row behind the Yankees dugout right now. That's fire. That's fire, J Dupes. Jacob says, I bet we do nothing at the trade deadline like always. You're probably right, Jacob. Just Not So Family Fun Vision says, I would trust Kluber, but he's just not here. Yeah, I trust Kluber too. And I was hoping going into the season that I could kind of trust Tyone, but he's not that guy either. In that funny meme world, you're not that guy, pal. You're not that guy. But Tyone's just not that guy. It's as simple as that. The only guy who's that guy in the Yankees rotation is Garrett Cole. Outside of that, I don't think I trust any of these guys in a playoff start. Maybe in like game 3 or 4. But other than that, bro, it's not an ideal situation at all. David says, I know Stanton isn't hitting that well, but why doesn't Boone put him in the 2-hole when he had early success? I don't know. I think it would have been an interesting thing to see today, especially with Gary out of the lineup and you don't have to have him 3. I don't know. I wish I could explain these things to you guys. The Yankees just seem to do whatever they want, and the player development department is just garbage. I don't know if you guys saw the article that came out from New Jersey Advanced Media. There was an anonymous scout from, I believe, a National League scout, and they kind of went into depth analyzing Deivi Garcia and how the Yankees have essentially ruined him. So I'm gonna read this to you guys real quick. Oh, this is so annoying. I'm not subscribing to NewJersey.com, bro. Please subscribe to continue reading. I was literally just reading it before. What do you mean? All right, screw NewJersey.com, bro. No joke. NewJersey.com, screw you. I hate websites that have subscription paywall. You're a loser, bro. You own NewJersey.com. You're a bozo. Now I'm never referring to your articles ever again. Never. Okay. Chat, if anybody ever wants to refer to something from New Jersey Advanced Media, that's never happening. We're never mentioning them ever again. I'm just saying. But Lori says, I posted the quote in the Discord. Did you? Oh, Lori did. All right, so I'll shout out to Lori. I'm not going to mention it in New Jersey Advanced Media, though. We're just going to mention the quote. The quote is, Deivi Garcia has gone so far backwards that it's sad to watch. The Yankees changed his delivery, and they're trying to teach him this flat sweeping slider that's not effective. He had a plus curveball that he's not throwing it as much. Honestly, I don't know what the Yankees are doing. I think a lot of this is an effort for Garcia to throw harder. His delivery is very driveline-like, where it's over-rotational, and when you watch him pitch from his balance point, he flies open. The big thing on driveline is to land on your front leg and kind of load your body forward, but Garcia tends to just a bunch of stupid shit that is in depth about his windup here. Now the Yankees kind of ruined him because they want him to throw a slider instead of the curveball. Are we surprised? No, I'm not surprised whatsoever. The Yankees just tend to ruin all of their people, bro. But let's see what else we got in the chat. Douglas says the Yankees are 8-7 in Cole starts. When Cole's on the mound, Yankees should be 12-3. You got to win when your ace is on the mound, and they don't. They don't, and that's the main problem with this team. I don't know. They're giving him the DeGrom treatment, and I don't know why. They just don't seem to score any runs when he's on the mound. It's so annoying. Douglas says, cue the getting Kluber back is like making a big trade line. We thought that was gonna be the line, because Kluber was expected to be back end of July, but now Kluber's not expected to be back until late August, early September. Early September is the more likely of the two scenarios as far as Kluber's return. So there's no way the Yankees could use that as an excuse at the trade deadline. There's just no way. Stevie says bring up Trey and Park and see what they could do. I agree, 1,000%. Not So Family Fun Vision says, I don't think Judge is as much as a home run hitter as we thought. I just think that Judge hasn't really gotten to his home run groove so far this season. And I think that's why his numbers are a little bit down. But I don't know. Chat, I'm not trying to fall into the narrative that Aaron Judge isn't clutch. But I think that we kind of have to just acknowledge the fact Aaron Judge isn't necessarily clutch. I saw that Dan was talking about this on Twitter the other day, and we'll probably talk about this on Monday on the Pat and Dan show. But I think that there's a very firm difference between like having good numbers with like runners in scoring position or when late in the game. I genuinely just don't think Aaron Judge is clutch. We've seen him like so many times in these big late game situations. I don't think he's ever gotten a big hit in a late game situation. I mean, obviously there's a few. There's like one from 2019 when he had that home run against the Rays. But I think if you kind of look at the large sample size here, Aaron Judge just doesn't really seem to get that big hit when the Yankees need it the most. Obviously, you could kind of like pick and choose maybe like a handful of big hits, but I think out of all the opportunities that he's gotten, it's a very rare situation. I hate to kind of come at Aaron Judge. There's no reason to. He's been one of the Yankees' best hitters so far this season. I'm just kind of making it known that I don't think he has that clutch gene in him. I don't think so. Juan says maybe Judge is just trying to get the ball rolling instead of going for the big shot all the time, maybe. It's possible, but also I think Judge is way too passive at the plate. We saw him take 2 perfect pitches last night to start off the at-bat in the ninth inning. He could have crushed either one of those if he really wanted to, but he didn't. So I don't know. I think we need like that 2017, 2018 Judge approach. This approach where he's just so passive and not really being aggressive at all at the plate, it's frustrating, for sure. Let's see. Not So Family Fun Vinge says we need to re-sign Kluber, but I'm worried he will get injured again. He probably will. Corey Kluber, he seems to just get injured every season at this point. I would not re-sign him if I were the Yankees, honestly. Jesse Dominguez says I really want to see Aaron Judge and Stanton heat up soon. I think we all want to. I think we would all want to see that. USA says, why would a guy, Gary Sanchez, who was the hottest hitter in the AL in last month, be on the bench and at least not DHing? Yankee logic. That's kind of like the only way I could describe it to you. Personally, what I would have done today is bench Stanton and then have Gary DH just because Gary's been red hot lately. But I guess the Yankees want to give Gary days off every now and then. I don't know. It's so odd. It's so confusing. It is what it is. PX says he took that a 96 fastball that he could have killed over the monster and he just stared at it. Yeah, it's the passiveness. It's the passiveness of Aaron Judge that's really just, I don't know. It's becoming frustrating. Judge, you're not getting paid to draw walks. I get that it's nice, but like in situations like that, you kind of need to be a little bit more aggressive. That's all I'm saying. Not So Family Fun Vision says, I think Otto is secretly a Red Sox fan and hated the Yankees so much he sabotaged us. I don't think that's what happened. I think Adam Ottavino just didn't make it in New York. I think it's as simple as that. And I see J-Talk ask, Pat, do you still have faith in this team getting better? I do. However, I don't know if this team's going to get better with the current roster construction that they have. I definitely think that they need to make some moves. And I think it'll all come down to whether or not the Yankees plan on making those moves. I really do. But, I mean, they definitely need a starting pitcher. You can't go down the stretch with, like, Monty and Herman and Tyone as, like, your number 2s and 3s here. And then you also can't go down the stretch with Brett Gardner as your starting center fielder or having to play Miguel Andujar and Clint Frazier every day. You need some outfield help. You need some starting pitching help. Maybe even a bullpen arm, too. The Yankees have numerous areas of this team that they need to improve. And I think we just have to wait and see whether or not they actually improve. I'm doubtful, but I'm hopeful at the same time, if that makes sense. Let's see. Futai said Cashman said he has reached out for trades, but he hasn't made any momentum. I did see that. Is anyone surprised? Obviously, the Yankees aren't making any momentum on trades. And if they were making any momentum, it's not like Cashman would come out and be like, yeah, we've gained so much momentum on this Ketel Marte trade. Obviously not. I take everything that Brian Cashman says with a grain of salt. I really do. Don't take anything this dude says seriously. He tells you what the media wants to hear. The Yankees are media darlings. They kind of just tell the media whatever they want to hear and then just go about their business. That's just how it goes. KG Baseball says, you guys do know that Stan is doing pretty well in his last 15 games, right? Obviously, yeah. But I mean, Gary Sanchez type stretch? No. But Stan's been doing pretty well. And if you're going to give him an off day, why not just have Gary DH the same time you give Stan an off day? I don't know. But as Douglas said, I'm tired of hearing Cashman's. I engaged with people around the game, but the price was prohibitive line. Just another Yankee who doesn't get the job done. That's a really nice way of putting it. He really just doesn't get the job done. We talked about this last night on the postgame. when was the last time the Yankees actually made a trade that we could consider that they won? And it would be 2019 probably with the Gio trade. After that, you look at all these trades that Cashman has made. I don't think the Yankees have won or stolen any of these trades at all. The Yankees are always on the bad end of these deals, and it's aggravating, but it's how it always goes. Yankee Fan for Life says, why is it that MVP caliber players in the regular season seem to disappear in the playoffs and non-MVP caliber players become MVPs in the playoffs? Because the playoffs is unique in the sense of you need a different mentality, right? You could have guys who are the best regular season players of all time, but then when the lights shine the brightest, they fold under the pressure. And then you just have some guys that deal with pressure very well, and they thrive under it. I think it just depends on the player. Yeah, I don't know. Not So Family Fun Vince says, hot take, Barry Bonds the best baseball player ever, cheating or not. I agree. Barry Bonds is one of the greatest of all time. I think even without steroids, one of the GOATs of our generation, for sure. Nick B says, why does Cashman hog prospects but not even call them up? Trade them if you're just going to waste them in AAA. Listen, you guys are preaching to the choir. I'm like a firm believer. I can't talk, bro. I hate going live in the morning. I think I'm a firm believer of the Yankees just need to call these guys up. Either give them an opportunity in the Bronx or just trade them. It's as simple as that. But chat, let's make some home run predictions for today's game. Looking at today's game, chat, who do we think is going yard? Make your home run predictions in the chat. I'm going to look up the matchups to see if anybody does well against Eduardo Rodriguez. If we're kind of making a pick to click today, I think I'm going Judge as usual. Always got to pick Judge. And I'm going Glaber. I'm going Glaber simply because he has really good career numbers against Erod. In 17 career at-bats, he has 3 home runs, 9 RBIs. So I guess he's someone to keep an eye on today. I guess I'm going to go Judge Glaber. I see a few people saying nobody. That's a very fair statement, too. I can't really see the Yankees doing too well today. Even though Rodriguez is having such a bad season, such a disappointing season, I feel like he's just going to dominate the Yankees today. I mean, if we're looking at his most recent game logs, his last start was when? His last start was the 22nd against the Rays. He went 6 innings, gave up 3 earned runs. Start before that, he went 4 innings, gave up 4 earned runs. So, honestly, I could see Eduardo Rodriguez having one of the best starts of his season today against the Yankees. But as far as home runs go, I got Judge, I got Torres. Let's see what you guys say. I see Judge, Stanton, Gio, Luke Voit. Jesse Dominguez has the whole lineup going yard. Higgy and GT, Gleyber Torres, Higgy, I don't know why. I could see Higgy launching one over the monster. I don't know why, but I could definitely see it happening. Andujar, Cole will do well, but then as soon as he is out, the bullpen blows it in the Sox sweep. I wouldn't be surprised about that either. I see Judge avoiding Glaber. I'll take it. But chat, give me your Garrett Cole predictions. How do we think Garrett Cole is going to do today? Personally, I think we're going to see another decent start out of Cole. I think we're going to see him go 7 innings, 2 earned runs, probably 8 Ks, something down that road. But the sad part is that probably won't get the job done for the Yankees today, just because I can't see them scoring more than 2 runs. I really can't. I don't know. I know Eduardo Rodriguez is not that good, right? But also at the same time, it's the Yankees aren't going to score that good off him. I'm sorry. This offense is just so inconsistent. With the way they've been playing lately, I have no faith. But let's see. Nick says, if we lose today, all the good we had is just thrown down the trash. It's very true. The Yankees were coming into the series flying so high. If you get swept by the Red Sox at Fenway, none of that means anything. It really means nothing. But let's see. Justin Dominguez says Garrett Cole will dominate today. 10 Ks, 7 innings. I see 6 innings, 3 hits, 1 run. Cole 2 to 3 earned runs, but won't get the job done. Probably right. Chris making a bold take here. 5 innings, 2 Ks, 7 earned runs. I doubt the Yankees would even keep him in there that long to give up 7 earned runs. But not so family fun vision. Pretty good prediction. 6 innings, 2 earned runs, 9 Ks, and has a 5K streak. I like it. I see 7, 3 runs. 7-1, 7-3. Looks like most of you guys have 7 and about 2 to 3 runs. So I'll take that. But I don't know if it'll get the job done. It'll be interesting to see for sure. Douglas says, to be fair, when you're 25, 26, you're not an organizational saving prospect anymore. But that's not to say that the guy can't give them some good games. But that's what I'm saying. Park and Ambergy are basically reaching their peaks right now. They're primes. And the fact that the Yankees aren't really giving them any sort of opportunity in the big leagues at the age of 25, 26 is concerning. But, Jack, give me your final score predictions. What do you guys think the final score is going to be from tonight's game, this afternoon's game? Personally, I'm predicting a loss. I think the Yankees lose today. I think they kind of get swept by the Red Sox. It happens. It is what it is. I think the final score today is going to be kind of a clunker. I think we're going to see, I think the Yankees lose 4-1. I think the Yankees lose 4-1. Actually, no. Let's say 4-2. I think the same score as last night. I think the Yankees lose 4-2. I think they get like a couple of solo shots. I think Cole pitches pretty well, gives up 2 earned runs, but then the bullpen kind of gives up 2 more. But bottom line, I don't see the Yankees winning today. I don't. Ryan says 7-4 Red Sox, 5-2 Red Sox, 4-2 Yankees, 3-1 Boston, 2-0 Red Sox, 4-2 Red Sox, 4-3 Yankees, 6-5 Yankees. Yeah, it looks like most of you guys have the Yankees losing today. Which I'm not surprised about at all. Like, I would definitely predict the Yankees loss as well. You guys know whenever I predict the Yankees to lose, they always seem to win. So maybe it's a good sign. I have no idea. USA Health with a hot take. Marcus Timms gets ejected for arguing. Okay, I'll take that. But yeah, it looks like most of you guys are predicting a Yankees loss. Hopefully they win. I mean, however, if the Yankees lose today, maybe it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Maybe it would be one sort of wake-up call for the Yankees to change something. I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait and see. But chat, that is going to wrap things up for today's pregame. Appreciate everybody for stopping by. You guys know the deal. Bronx Zoom, link in the description, 30% off, code Unhinged30. If you guys use it, be sure to hit me up, and I'll hook you up with a 30% off code for unhingedclothing.shop as well. I'll see you guys directly after the game for the post-game. You guys know the deal, though. Discord link in the description, merch link in the description, Newsbreak link in the description. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications for more. I'm going live before and after every single Yankees game this season, so stay tuned for that content. I will see you guys after the game for the post game. Let's win. If not, we're getting swept. But we have Cole on the mound. Good confidence, I guess. I don't know. You guys know the deal. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe. Let's go, Yankees. Avoid the sweep today. Peace.